Hello, Arbor Alumni Association. This is Carnell Cadillac Williams, running back coach at Arbor University. And man, I just want to, first of all, start off by saying anybody that's been affected by this COVID-19, man, my prayers go out to you. Hope you all continue to stay safe. And I really, truly believe this is a time that we need to pray for each other and definitely go by the guidelines of practicing the social distance. With that said, again, we know we in this unprecedented time. The past 2 months has been very alarming, but has given us a chance to really just sit down and do some self-reflecting myself, what I'm doing, kind of digging in deep in my life about, things I can do better, things that, I have taken for granted, like, just the beauty, the nature of the trees, the sunshine, just, a lot of things that, we take for granted, and a lot of everyday things that we get to go do, from, going to shop, being able to go sit down, have quiet time with our neighbors and friends that right now we're not, able to do. So, I just think it's a time for all of us to self-reflect. And I truly believe that that we would come better from this, especially the Arbor Nation. With that said, I'm going to just get into about what our players and coaches, we've been doing. We've been actually, the way we've been kind of staying ahead of the curve is we Zoom every week. And, those Zooms are more than just football meetings. We actually, from the first 5 to 10 minutes, all we doing is checking on our players. And we may Zoom 3 to 4 times a week where we check on our players. And not only do we check on, we also get into the football aspect, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Us missing spring ball, really hinder us, our cohesiveness as an offense. But I think under Coach Marr's leadership, what we doing with the whole Zoom meetings and catching these guys up with the install 1, 2, 3, and those guys interacting with us, man, it has been a joy, to be on those calls, doing the football aspect of it. And I just think from top to bottom, I think the leadership, starting with Coach Malzahn, has been awesome. I just think our team, we're very optimistic right now, and we're preparing for the 2020 season. We also, from talking with Coach Malzahn, the meetings that we've been in, right now we have a plan in place where if the thing continue to get pushed back, where we have a June 1st plan, a June 15th plan, a July 1st plan, a July 15th plan. And right now, it just it'd be very premature to say that the season is a wash or when our kids get back on campus. But like I said before earlier, we're being optimistic about everything. Like one thing I can say about Coach Malzahn through this whole process, he has been very, very positive about it. I live by, you can only control the things you can control. And there's a lot of things that's out of our hands. But I just think from the leadership, starting with Coach Malzahn, that trickle down to Coach Moores and Coach Steels, and then position coaches. I think we're doing a heck of a job of keeping this ship sane and having that positive outlook that we are going to get back to football. And the main thing right now is for you and your family to be safe. So, that's how we're going. And just a couple of things that we preach on as a staff that we deliver over to our guys is, man, what are you doing in your free time? Because we truly feel that the team that comes in the best shape, not only mentally, but also physically, the team that comes back sharp, the team that come back in shape, the team that come back that's putting in this work in the off season. Why it's like it's really in season for us for off season. Them guys being on their own. That I truly do feel like that's the team that's gonna have the best chance of winning early. So we are preaching to our guys, not only coming back physically in shape, which, man, our guys are doing a heck of a job. Coach Russell, man, we send those guys out a weekly, workout regimen that those guys follow. Man, they're doing a heck of a job with that. But also the mental aspect of it, that is huge, in the game of football. I mean, that's huge in life in general. You can be as talented as you want, but mentally, if you're not into it, the physical part doesn't matter. So we are truly preaching to our guys, man, come back in shape. And as coaches, we can't look over you guys of watching what you're doing on a daily basis. So now, you got to hold yourself accountable. You got to truly live up to the Auburn standard. And, that's being selfless. That's putting in the work. And we have a lot of young men that's getting that accomplished, man. I just think the leadership, with starting with Coach Malzahn, has been great, and on down to our players, the leaders that's, making this whole thing roll. So, also want to talk about, our kids finish up strong for the academic aspect of it, man. We had 53 guys that finished with a 3.0 GPA. 53 guys. I just think in this unprecedented time where, right after their spring break, they get hit with this COVID, and now they go to online classes. And for our guys to keep rolling, to keep chucking, and not miss a beat, and have 53 guys with a 3.0 or better, that is awesome. And that is a testament to those young men, the hard work that they have put in. I also think that's a testament of the kind of leadership we have, not only from Coach Malzahn, but from our academic support staff. Also just our analysts, our GAs, man, those guys put so much time and energy in, helping these guys, being in constant contact with them, getting their schedules together. I mean, for the tutors. So, it's a lot of hands that play a role in these guys' success. And I also want to give a shout out to this incoming freshman class that enrolled early. I think it was 9 guys. And that class have a GPA of a 3.55. 3.55. I mean, those guys supposed to be getting ready for graduation, to graduate high school, supposed to be enjoying their couple months left in high school, but they chose to enroll early, and they knocked it out of the park. And I got to give a shout out to my man, Tank Bigsby, the running back that we signed. The guy, 4.0 GPA. 4.0. I just, again, it's a lot of hands that play a role in this. And, man, shout out to everybody that, had a part of this. And also, of course, you are Auburn alumni. You guys make all this stuff feasible for us to get this done. So a big shout out to you all, too. Just to get in some statistics thing about our program, stability. Again, Coach Malzahn, he's entering his 8th season here. The longest, he's the second long tenure coach in the SEC. In the Coach Malzahn era, Auburn is one of the SEC schools to play in multiple SEC championship games and play for a national championship. So again, also in the Gus Malzahn era since 2013. There's only 2 schools that have had the same head coach. during that time, both appeared in multiple SEC championship and also national championship. Only 2 schools in the SEC, and Gus Malzahn. Also, Gus Malzahn is one of the only 10 active FBS head coaches that have played in the national championship game. He's one of only 5 coaches that's currently coaching now that has played in the national championship game. So, I think, guys, that we have a heck of a head coach there. And then a lot of things that a lot of schools around the country talks about family, and me being a former player who played here from 2001 to 2004, I know firsthand what this program can do for you. I know firsthand what Auburn University can do for you. And a lot of people preach about family, but I'm about to talk about how we exemplify that family atmosphere, as in bringing former guys who is pretty much indebted to Auburn forever, who know how to represent Auburn, know how to fight for Auburn because of what Auburn done for guys like myself and a lot of guys that's on staff. So starting with our coaching staff, we have 8 of our coaches have been on the staff multiple years, which is unheard of. Guys, as you know, they're changing jobs every year. I mean, we got 8 of our 10 guys on the field coaches, has been on the staff again multiple years. I think that is incredible. And then we have 2 of the best coordinators in the country. Our first year coach, offensive coordinator, Chad Morris, man, what a pleasure it has been to work with him. And I thank Auburn, the Auburn family. We Coach Malzahn knocked it out the park by hiring this guy. It has been a privilege. It has been a privilege to get the opportunity to work with him, to learn up under him. Just to shout out some things. He runs an up-tempo offense. He had great success at Tulsa. He's the guy that got that train rolling at Clemson with Deshaun Watson, Sammy Watkins, a lot of those big name guys that you still see playing in the NFL now. He personally recruited those guys and got a lot of those guys rolling in his system, which Clemson still use to this day. And, he's been a head coach at SMU and Arkansas. So I just think this guy going to do a great job for Auburn. And, man, I'll tell you, I'm super excited to have him on staff. And our defensive coordinator, Coach Steele, everybody know him, man. Love the guy. Humble guy. A guy who has been in the game a long time, man. A player's coach, a guy to get the best out of his players. And that's the proof is in the pudding. I mean, this guy here in his 5th season at Auburn, and our defense is consistently top 10 in the country year after year after year. And I just think that all goes back to how he's a player coach and how he is a relentless worker. And his players love him. So those are our 2 coordinators there. And again, like I told you guys, I was going to speak on the Auburn family. Now we're about to get to the Auburn family. So out of the 10 on the field coaches, which you can only have 10 on the field coaches. So out of those 10 coaches, 4 guys have actually played for Auburn. And I think we can put that up against anybody in the country as far as, former players coming back to their school to have an impact and to coach. So, these 4 guys are Cody Byrne, Rodney Gardner, myself, and Travis Williams, the guy that I played with in 2001. We came in the same class together. But guess what, guys? It don't stop there. It don't stop there. So our support staff, we have a total of 13 guys, 13 former players that in some capacity deal with our players on daily. But I think what's big in this whole thing here is these 13 former players has played for Auburn, has walked the same halls, have been in the same classroom, have been through the same stuff that they have been through. And we know what Auburn can do for you if you buy in and you put the brand first. Like, our slogan, ride for the brand. We know what Auburn can do for you. So, just to point out those 13 guys, Jarrell Boston, who's director of player development, a guy who does a great job with keeping our players in check. Man, what an awesome guy he is. Then from there, we got, of course, Cody Byrne, our co-offensive coordinator, receiver coach. Then we got Kenneth Carter, who is our assistant director of player development, a guy who's helped Jarrell, who does an incredible job with our players. Then from there, we got Rodney Gardner, who's the assistant head coach, D-line coach, and his resume speaks for himself. I mean, he had Big Boy go top 7. Then he had a second round pick, Marlin, go to the Falcons, and he has had countless defensive line drafted and guys he have mentored. So I think that his resume and what he has done in the past speaks for himself. What a great coach he is, but not only a great coach, but a great person. And then from there, we got Adam Herron, who is an analyst for the defense. Then we got Josh Hosley, who is a graduate assistant on defense. Then we got Kendall Simmons, who is an offensive analyst, a guy that I played with in 2001. What a great guy he is, and what a great job he does. Then we got Barry Trotter, who is an offensive analyst, who I work directly with. He's actually my offensive analyst, helps me a lot. And man, what would I do without that guy? Big shout out to Coach Trotter, who does a heck of a job. And then we got Gary Walker, who's a graduate assistant on defense. He's a guy, a lot of you know the name, played defensive line for us last year. Again, this guy just played ball for us, and Coach Malzahn gave him opportunity. The kid want to get into coaching. Boom, come be a graduate assistant for us, and now here he is at GA. So there we got Andrew Williams, who's strengthening conditioning assistant. What a great job they do preparing our players. Then, of course, myself, running back coach. Then we got Travis Williams, who's the linebacker coach. What a great job he does on and off the field. Then we got Chat Williams, our chaplain, who, man, everybody, we all know Chat. We all know what kind of person he is. He did so much for me my 4 years at Auburn, and he's kind of that glue that holds our team together. And I know he don't like the spotlight. No, he don't like the limelight. He worked peacefully, but Chat Williams does a great job with our player, spiritually, mentally, the whole nine. So big shout out to Chat Williams. And from there, just to go into our schedule, again, we have another tough schedule. I mean, we're playing the SEC West, the SEC period, where it's the best conference in college football. And the draft once again proved that we double the players again drafted in the SEC to any conference. And not only that, is we always playing in and out for the national championship. So, the SEC is where it's at. But again, starting with those teams, we play Alabama, who's ranked number 3 in the country right now, preseason poll. Then Georgia, who's number 4 in the country. LSU, who's number 8. Then we got Texas A&M, who's number 11. Then you got North Carolina, who's 22nd in the country. And then, just for you guys know, I'm sure you guys have looked at the schedule and seen the change where we're no longer playing Georgia, which is, you know, the Deep South oldest rivalry. We're no longer playing them in November. We will actually be playing Georgia in early October now. And also, we will also be playing LSU right before the Alabama game in November, in which you Auburn people know we always play LSU early. It's going to be that September, October early. We always going to play them that third, fifth game of the season. So we will have LSU and Alabama back to back, you know, at the end of the year. But my God, we are definitely looking forward to that. And then just about the recruiting, you know, our 2020 class. Of course, we came in ranked number 7 in the country, and you know, just in my room, we did sign Tank Bigsby, the guy I just bragged about with the 4.0. And one thing that I can say, Auburn fans, that we are getting out of him that you gonna see is this guy. He's hungry. He's humble, great attitude, works hard, and he is ready to take this league by storm, man. So I am excited about him. The guy is chasing greatness, chasing excellence, as you see. Even in the classroom where a lot of guys struggle to make that transition, this guy comes in and knocks it out of the park, 4.0. So I'm hoping that he does just as good on the field, but the skies is the limit for that guy. A lot of good offensive linemen, defensive linemen, corner, safety, man. I think that we do a heck of a job with recruiting. And, you know, one thing that we do at Auburn, we recruit guys collectively. And the best thing that we have going is getting guys on our campus, man, and let them be around the Auburn people. And they just see what Auburn's all about. So moving on to the NFL draft. Again, we had 6 players drafted. That time last year total for most players drafted in the 7th-round draft era since 1994 to 2020. You know, also, the Tigers, we done had 2 first-round draft picks and Derrick Brown and Noah. You know, that haven't been done probably since, I guess probably 2005, since we had 4 guys drafted where we had, you know, 2 guys go in the first round. So, you know, that's big there. And then Auburn, we have had 12 NFL draft picks over the last 2 years, the most Tigers in a 2-year span since 1989, 1990, who had 14. So we done had 12 guys drafted over a 2-year span. You know, that just shows you the caliber of guys that we bring in. And not only that, is the development that, you know, these guys come here that they get. Also, we, you know, a shout out to guys that, you know, the undrafted free agent guys. The Tiger, we had 14 players claimed by NFL team, which tied the 5th most in college football. So again, a lot of these guys, you know, that get go undrafted, man. I have a great friend, Ernest Graham, who a guy who played for Florida that did not get drafted, went free agent, and he played 9 years in the league. So you know, these guys, all they asking for is opportunity. So, you know, big up to these guys getting drafted. So, you know, just to talk briefly about our offense, man, we, again, like I said earlier, we sure wish that we was having a chance to have spring ball, you know, with us having a new offensive coordinator in Chad Morris and us kind of tweaking the system, running his system now. So we are missing that field time, but, you know, I tell you, we are putting in the work now through these Zoom meetings. But, you know, just on the offense, you know, we have 4 starters on offense coming back, including the SEC Freshman of the Year, Bo Nix. Nix broke Auburn freshman record for passing yards, passing touchdown, completion, and attempt. And mark my word, I truly think that we will win a national championship with boldness. I just think the guy's a born leader. The guy works hard. The guy has that it, and one of his best quality is, people will follow him, and he's a great leader and a selfless young man. So I'm looking for big things out of Bo Nix. And the biggest challenge on our offense, to be honest with you, I really think is the offensive line, man. Whenever you lose 4 seniors, 4 starters, up front, and then a rotational guy, your 5th guy was a senior too, who was next in line to play, that played a lot of snaps. Whenever you lose that many players, it's going to be challenging because, believe it or not, that's where ball games are won and lost, in the trenches. And Auburn, we're going to be only as good as our offensive line, defensive line. But help is on the way. I truly feel like that we have some young, talented guys that just need to be molded. And we hired Jack McNeil, a great offensive line coach, a guy who has been a head coach on the college level, a guy who has coached in the NFL, a guy who actually won a Super Bowl. So, I think his leadership, his drive is going to really bring the best out of a lot of these young, talented players. So I know offensive line is a big question mark, but I truly feel like that we going to get it done there. So just in the receiver room, we have our top 3 guys returning in Seth Williams, Anthony Schwartz, and Eli Stowe. And man, what a year they gonna have up under Coach Moore's system. I mean, I think the passing game is going to take off. So I'm excited to see what those guys accomplish in this system. And then just from my room, we got DJ Williams, coming back, who's our number 2 leading rusher. And he I think the guy's gonna have a heck of a year. And we have some guys in Worm, some guys, Mark Anthony Richard, Harold Joyner, Tank Bigsby. We have some guys that's gonna push each other and just get better in that room. But I'm excited about all those guys, and can't wait to see what those guys have to offer. And just going to the defense again, we got 5 starters returning on defense. Big Cat, who's gonna be kind of leader of that D line. Man, I'm looking forward to see what he can do. And we got Truesdale, KJ Britt, born leader, a guy that's gonna give you every fiber, gonna fight for every inch. Love that guy. And then you got Owen, who started as a true freshman last year, who's gonna be very productive. And again, is gonna be a guy that y'all see play a lot on Sundays. And I just feel like one thing that we have on that defense is, man, we have Coach Steele, who is, arguably one of the best defensive coordinators in the country, year in, year out. And I know he preached relentless effort, and I know he preaches get to the football. So that's not going to change. And I know what kind of impact that he have on these young men. So our defense, I know we lost some big boys, we lost some big names, and they got some big shoes to fill, but they're definitely going to be up for the challenge. And then, our special teams, again, we Auburn returns kicker Anders Carson, who led the Tigers in scoring with 102 points. Again, he connected on all his field goals in a crucial time, and also in that Iron Bowl victory. He made that right before half. He made a key field goal that really swung the momentum of us going into halftime there. And again, so we got Christian Tuck, who was second team All SEC return specialist. You know, he averaged 13.6 yards per return. So, you know, we got him coming back, who's a guy who had a really good year. So, with that said, the future is bright, and we are looking for a really productive and successful season. You know, I just pray that everybody's staying safe in this time. I mean, I know we're in unprecedented time. Again, we're in uncharted water, but, you know, I truly feel as individuals, collectively as people, us as a nation, I feel like a lot of good gonna come from this. So let's buckle down. Let's control the things that we can control, and let's practice social distancing. And before you know it, we'll be back into the season and things will be back to normal. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me, and War Eagle.